That's life. You want to run a business, you're gonna have to work even when you're not making money. Check this out, guys. This is supposed to be red, but it's like purple. This was probably a regular homeowner, honestly, that does not know that he can take this to the scrapyard, so he just tossed it here. Lawnmower blades, like, dude, come on now.
Started off with a brush clearing. We just went over there with that bush hog attachment on that skid steer.
This kid said this was his favorite PS3. What's up, you guys? Andre here with ZbWKwL Trades. We don't have a crazy busy day today, but we have an important day. So I'm actually headed right now to network with the real estate agent, talk more about our businesses, learn how we can refer each other more, which is gonna, initially help you get more work and help you give her more work. A lot of you guys ask, how can you stay busy? And the truth is, guys, nothing's guaranteed in this world, so you literally gotta be out there hustling, networking with everybody you can. That's how you're gonna stay busy, especially with the winter soon coming. You gotta be prepared for it, because if you're not prepared and you are used to getting calls, from Facebook or, yard signs all summer long, trust me, in the winter, they're gonna slow down. You better start talking to people in your area and network with them, and that way you will still be able to get some jobs even during the slow season. That's where we're gonna be meeting, that new Chick-fil-A right there. Actually, when I moved to Georgia, guys, none of this was here. All this was just land. But now they got a Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, whole Publix, Plaza. I'm gonna park over there because there isn't enough space for me at Chick-fil-A. So this is where I ended up parking, pretty open spot. I'm actually surprised there aren't more cars here, but it's also early in the morning. Soon this parking lot will get packed, hopefully before I leave. That way I can get more eyes on my dumpster, hopefully get some people to take a picture. I also got my homework with me because this is part of the BNI thing. You have to have a one-to-one with someone once a week. It's recommended. That's how you build your brand up and stuff like that. So yeah, there is some paperwork. It's not all easy, you got to fill some stuff out. Feels like school, honestly, but if I'm making money, I'm gonna do school. Walk down in Chick-fil-A. I want to show you guys this Keith Porter installation. Man, I see this company everywhere. I talked to the manager. He said at some point they were very, very small, and man, they built it up to something huge, just absolutely huge. Truck on every corner. They making big money, but they didn't start making big money from day one. They worked really hard to get to that point. So if you got the hustle, man, you'll get places in this world.
Iced coffee?
Iced vanilla latte.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna get.
I think that's their best coffee here. I'm back in the car, guys, because it is super windy outside. The wind is going wild, but we clicked very well. We actually didn't even open the paperwork to do any paperwork, because when you click with someone, you don't need any tips from no company. Hey, do this, ask this type of questions, because you already got it going on, if you know what I mean. So yeah, only reason it ended right now is because she had a phone call scheduled with a client, but we were there for over an hour. You don't want to do this type of stuff for longer than an hour, because you can't spend all your day doing it. But 1 hour will give you enough time to ask questions and tell them about your business, learn about their business, and always keep each other on the back of your mind. So I'm gonna head out to the landfill right now, and I'll see you guys there. This homie right here with roll-off Renegades, he is always busy with these roll-offs. Good for him. From what I remember him telling me, he actually bought that competitor out. He used to just have dump trailers, but now he's got roll-offs, whole truck. Somebody threw away some appliances. Man, that's quite a bit of scrap up in here. Bikes, lawnmowers. Yeah, it be what it be. Another stove right there. People just don't want to make money these days, man. They just come dump all the metal, whatever. But it doesn't make sense for some people to do it, so I get it. Take these bungees off, untarp, dump, and get out of here. Got the big boy dozer at work. Dang, that just flew, almost hit me from that thing. But that's a thick cord right here, guys. Thick boy for sure. Haven't checked my battery in a while. It's on fair. I just want to literally come here and chill all day and pick up scrap. Bro, you can get thousands of dollars a day. I kid you not. There's just way too much scrap being pushed over with the dozers into the semi-trucks and then being hauled out of here. I'd get the biggest dump trailer I can, honestly, and do this for a living if I could. Because you could make a ton of money. Well, guys, I shot my shot and I made myself feel like a dummy / idiot, but at least I tried. You got to keep trying new things in business, man, because you never know what will come out of it. So I try to talk to the manager, work out a deal where I can come in with my machine, haul out scrap metal for them. That way they don't have to haul out as many semi-truck loads to the landfill and dump. I don't know if they pay by load or by weight, but I'm sure they still pay for appliances when they're in the trailers to dump them at landfills. So I was trying to come in with my machine, pick it up and haul it out, but he's like, no, we don't do that. We actually recycle it ourselves. So we have guys that pick it up and separate it into another pile, but they clearly don't do that. Only time I seen them actually do that is when there is a whole like dump trailer load and the guy can come in with a huge grapple and grab a massive bite and dump it straight in the other pile. But it is what it is, you know. I can't argue with them. They say they do it. I'm gonna have to respect that. They probably do it this way because they don't have to have as many guys out there looking through stuff. It's just easier to just push it and, you know, not keep big lines at the landfill. That way people get in and out super fast. I have never had to wait longer than 5 minutes at that dump. I mean, literally, you are in and out. Compared to some other one, you spend 1 hour, 2 hours. It's crazy. So it is what it is. I understand. Gotta be efficient. I just got back home. What I'm going to be doing now is actually replacing all of these 4 tires to the 14 ply tires I have, and I'm just going to keep these as backups for one other dump trailer that I'm running 10 plies and just replacing them as needed. I don't want to continue running this right here because this thing is pretty much bald right here. It's not showing the wires or strings yet, but eventually it will start because I back up so often that, you know, this side of the tire always wears out faster than that end. There's still some thread over there, but not a crazy amount. And I've ran it before, pretty sketchy. It could have really exploded at any second, and I don't want to do that again, because if you keep testing your luck, one day it's gonna explode and, you know, damage the fender. First, I'm gonna let these chickens out and let them enjoy life a little bit because they appreciate that very much. Straight to grass eating. After I replace all these tires, I'm gonna actually pick up all the scrap metal I have laying around that I want to get rid of, because yesterday I had a job, as you guys saw if you watched that video. I made like $400 something. A lot of the stuff was scrap and I just ended up putting it out of the dumpster so I don't pay dump fee. Like, my total dump fee was only 30 bucks, but I did 2 jobs, which one was 160 and one was 275. Ended up being 4 something, so it's not bad at all. But it also was, you know, that low of a dump fee because I took a lot of the metal out. The metal weighed pretty heavy. It was very compact, but it had some weight because it was a bunch of car parts. This is how I chose to raise the trailer. You can say what you want, but it's pretty unique. So I only have to put the jack in the back of the dump trailer, then I have to lift the dump trailer, and basically, you know, it lifts all the 4 wheels off the ground, which this is what you're supposed to do, really, to grease these axles, because you can't have the wheels on the ground and just feed grease, because when you're feeding grease, you got to be able to free spin the tire. That way the grease goes everywhere. In the beginning, I didn't know that, so I was just literally greasing my trailers, and that's very sketchy because it goes to the brakes, then you have no brakes. So you don't want to do that. these tires hold like 30 psi or so more, and let me tell you, you can definitely feel it. I'm also going to take this off. I've never done it before. I'm going to learn right now, but it should be very simple. And check my brakes, because I haven't done that since I got the trailer, and I think the dealer recommends you got to check them once a year or so. And I need to see how much life they have left. I know they are not as strong as when I got them, but they still work. Also, please don't do what I did. Leave one set of tires on. That's what I'm going to do next time. I didn't realize that it's going to be very wobbly with no tires on the ground, and you can work one axle at a time instead of both at once. This cap should come off very easy. A lot of guys just hit it with a rubber mallet or something, or a hammer, but I don't really want to do that because it does bend it pretty good. But I might have to. It's in there really well. Dented it, but it'll come out now. Got a little bit of grease in here. I see some black grease, which, you know, it's normal. Eventually, with you using the trailer, the grease burns up a little bit. I think you're supposed to grease it once every 10,000 miles or so, but I'd do it probably once every 5,000 miles, honestly. I just got to figure out how this spring's in there exactly. Okay, just got to bend it up. Pin fell out. And I'm not sure if this is supposed to just unscrew or I got to use an impact. You don't need an impact, you just need to tap it. And then after that, this should come off, I believe. Have paper towels ready because this is very, very greasy. Okay. Looks like the bearings are coming out. Show you guys the grease. It's pretty black, which means it's been working, you know, so that's a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I got brake dust everywhere. I'll try to clean it up real quick. Over here there is a spring, and this is where you adjust your brakes. You basically want to twist it maybe like twice. Depends how weak your brakes are at the same time though. And if it's too much, just loosen it up. That's once. That's two. I'm just gonna go 2 times, and if I need to tighten more, I will just go back and do that. But I think 2 times is good because my brakes still work. They're just not as strong. So, I guess we'll see. Then once you get everything wiped down nicely, you want to get this boy back on and start running grease back in it. You basically want to put everything back in the same order you took it out. Can't get it out with my arm. Then you just basically want to pack it in there. Better have more than not. You're gonna need a lot of paper towels for this job. A lot. I want to make sure this thing is tight because you don't want water getting in here. You always want to double check your work. I totally forgot to put this spring back in, and this is very important. You want to definitely get this thing in. Now I gotta find it. Got all this grease. I'm gonna look at this one. Okay. I'm trying to play with this thing to get it on, but I can't see anything. It's just way too much grease. I'm going to take it fully off, wipe it down so then I can see it clearly. Came up from the bottom, so that's what I'm going to do on this one too. Probably doesn't matter though. Should be good. Same thing with this one, super dirty. Huh, this one just got a lot of brake dust. No grease, like compared to the other one. I had grease in a couple spots. Check this out, guys. This is supposed to be red, but it's like purple. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Just push it twice. Did 3 times on accident. One thing I realized I should probably be doing is running some grease before I put the bearing in there. So I just did that right now. I go until I can't tighten it with the hand anymore. Then I'm gonna use the hammer with a little flathead, or a big flathead actually I should say. There's only a certain amount you can do. I think it might be for safety, because if you go a little too much, it covers the hole for this little guy right here. So maybe they designed it so DIYers like us don't mess it up. Okay, got that in. Cap is dirty. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna wipe all that out. Get the old grease out. Purple stuff. Ooh. Now I'm just gonna run more grease and rotate this thing. And there you have it. I got one whole side done. I'm also gonna grease this boy right here. There's a little bit of wear over here on the metal. You always want to grease this thing. This is the most important grease fitting, because all the trailer weight sits on that thing. See it coming out. I'm gonna stop. I'm working on the other side. I decided to now record this one and to record the last one, that way I can show you guys with more experience, so it looks easier, because it's really not hard. But what I found is only 2 of these nuts were on. This one was off. I put it on just to check. It's not stripped, so I don't know why it was off. Somehow could have come off due to vibration over time, because it wasn't tight all the way. So I'm gonna put these 3 back on. I'm really happy I'm doing this, because yeah, that's a bad deal. I don't need that drum falling. I'm pretty much done putting this thing back together. This one went by super fast, and somehow I misplaced the pin, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to find it somehow or go buy one. I looked for it, but I can't find it anywhere, so I'm just gonna move on to the next tire. Once I get that one done, axle, I'll put the tires back on, and if I still can't find it, then I'm gonna have to go buy one. Moving on to this one right here. Let's see how fast we can get it done the right way. At least the right way that I think is. Same thing, dirty. Get some paper towels. I'm using like the cheapest Chinese pliers you can use. I got these from a job and they're bent, but they still work. Got the pin out, place it right here. This thing was loose on this side. The other one was as well, by the way, so we'll see. Hopefully this one doesn't have fallen off nuts. A lot of brake dust in this one as well. This one probably had the most, actually. But all the nuts are on. I'll double check, make sure they're all tight. That was twice. I don't know if this helps in the end because there's no bearings, but I'm just gonna put it on. I'm gonna run some more grease actually because I'd rather have more than not. And pretty much it's as simple as that. You guys saw. Let me know down in the comments how much grease you guys typically put in these things because I'm curious to know. I've put quite a bit, not a full tube. Well, I'm not done yet because I gotta grease that one completely too, but I gotta get that spring. I'm gonna run a whole tube, so probably a quarter of a tube in every single axle. That wasn't right. I meant to say like a quarter in every single hub, so about half in every single axle. I had this paper towel fly over here. Sign from God. This is where the pin flew, guys. The first side is almost fully complete. The only thing left to do is when I drop the tires on the ground to make sure all the lug nuts are fully tight. But I'm gonna move on to the other side and get the other tires on now. I'm actually gonna send the stump grinder to work. Hammer send Josh to come pick it up. I can't hear you. What's up?
How you doing, bro?
Good. How you doing, bro? I was gonna shake your hand. You guys got a big job?
It started off with brush clearing. We just went over there with that bush hog attachment on that skid steer, cleaned it up, and then Nick started talking to him, and then we big old tree, like half of it overhanging the house. We had to rig almost every branch.
It's just one stump you guys doing, or a lot?
It's one stump, but it's probably like 2-3 foot wide. Big one.
I finished greasing this whole trailer. Once Josh leaves, I'm gonna go test it out and make sure all my brakes are good. Also hit my jack. I like to rotate it when I grease it, that way the bearings, you know, get all the grease they need. Put it in reverse because the teeth won't clear on the thing. There goes my other dump trailer. It's kind of nice, honestly, to have assets that can make you money without you being there, like sending that dump trailer and stump grinder to work. Yes, I still have to maintain it, you know, rotate teeth, do all that stuff, grease it. But after I do that, I think I can go work for 8 hours. So, not bad. I'm headed right now to test the brakes, and hopefully I did everything just right. Oh yeah, I feel them at 6. That's nice, perfect. So I'm doing like 35 right now. I feel 4 grabbing, but it's very light. 5, pretty good kick. Nothing crazy though, it's still very minor. 6, you start feeling it. Honestly, when I had this trailer loaded down because the brakes were so weak, I had it up at 10 with the big load, just so I can feel it. So now I can definitely feel it grabbing more. I probably should have tightened them maybe 1 or 2 more cranks on the brakes. I'm not gonna take it back apart today though, because it still works. And now I'm gonna go 10. I wanna see what 10's gonna do. It grabs. It's nothing crazy though, but at the same time, I don't want it to grab too crazy, because if it grabs too crazy, it's just gonna ruin your brakes super fast. I need to figure out the sweet spot for this. This is a neighborhood I did a lot of filming in, actually. They're getting ready to build over here. And we got the county, of course, out here, which hopefully they don't be like, yo, what are you doing over here with a dump trailer? Because I find trash here all the time. Of course, look, somebody threw a grill out here. Like, that's so messed up, bro. That is so messed up. I'm actually gonna just throw it in my dump trailer. I'm gonna help him out because that is just messed up. I'm surprised it's not trash because that's what people typically do. They take the scrap to the scrapyard, but this was probably a regular homeowner, honestly, that does not know that he can take this to the scrapyard, so he just tossed it here. Lawnmower blades, like, dude, come on now. I know they ain't using this to cook. This thing's messed up bad, rusted, so it's definitely trash. Whole piano over there. That is so funny. I'm not gonna go that far in because I don't want to get in trouble, but I'm glad I got a GoPro because, you know, if the city pulls up right now and is like, yo, what are you doing throwing trash, I could be like, I'm actually helping clean up. And this is gonna be a very expensive neighborhood, so I'm surprised people are doing this. Just unbelievable, but this is what this world is like, guys. People, you know, want to do illegal stuff and get away with it, and I'm sure he got away with it. That would be funny if it's a competitor and he sees this on YouTube. Probably not, though. I'm almost certain it was a homeowner. Just because the mower blades. That rust just fell everywhere. I'm gonna blow that off with my blower. I don't want to leave that in the road. I'm gonna drive this way now, just in case he wants to talk to me. I got footage to show him, but it's actually a she. But if I find more, I'll just throw it in. You can definitely feel the brakes grab, so I'm happy about that. But they're also at 10. Let me drop them back down. But even at 10, you couldn't feel them that much before. So let's go 5. This is where I filmed the giveaway I did for the lock, the truck when I just bought it. I made a couple videos out here actually. It grabbed but very weak, so I think you probably have to run them at 6.5. I want to say the sweet spot is 6 because I feel them grab. It's not too much, not too little. It's like right in the middle. I think when you just buy it though, like 2 or 3 grabs extremely hard. I didn't even go up the other road. I could have gone up there and checked. I forgot. But I'm out of here. They're gonna build homes this style right here. You'll see them. These are some massive homes, probably about half the size, because they're saying from like the mid 600s or mid 500s. These are over $1 million right here. Very nice homes, very crappy land. I would not want that at all. That's way too big of a house though. I wouldn't want something that big. Just imagine how much cleaning you have to do. In a couple months, I'll probably do this to the other 14-footer that I have, but I'm gonna tighten it just a little bit more. I regret not tightening it just like one more tap or two, but it is what it is. It's definitely not worth the work taking it back apart just to tighten it a little bit more, because they work. They definitely grab. This is how much trash I had from this, guys. Almost a whole bag. This weighs a couple pounds. 5 pounds of paper towels and grease and tubes and whatever. This is my tiny little trash can I got from a job. But I'm gonna start loading all the scrap metal and just continue backing up, basically. You can probably get paid more if you just take in straight metal with no plastic, but doesn't make that big of a difference on small loads, honestly. These are mine. I ended up replacing some recessed lights in the house, get better visibility. I hate yellow lights, but thankfully now they're all bright 6K white. I love that. Umbrellas are also scrap, guys, because they got a bunch of metal on them. I also replaced some motor fans for the bathroom because they were all old and, you know, way too loud, didn't perform well. And more lights. I replaced a bunch of switches to dimmers. This was a fun project. And all this I'm just gonna scrap. This is copper right here, so I'm not gonna throw these in the trailer. I'll throw this in the trailer, but I'll remove the motors and try to scrap them separately. Put that right there for now. And this goes straight in the trailer. Dump trailer, I love you. Makes unloading so easy, man. You save so much time. So I got this wheelbarrow, this plastic, you know, sprayer, but it's got a bunch of metal on it as well, so this is scrap. And then all of this, I mean, that came from the same job as well. I got a bunch of scrap metal. This is a good wheelbarrow, so I'm gonna try to post this on Marketplace, try to sell it. It's a plastic one, but it's in pretty good condition. This is a dump bed, but it's got bad wheels. I'm gonna list this on Marketplace as well, try to get some money for that. It dumps, I'm surprised. It's like a bed for a lawnmower. Works. Metal bed frame right here. It's quite a bit of work to throw all this stuff in, unload, but it's worth it if you don't have work, because this saves you money and pays you money recycling it. This is a heavy piece of steel off a cart part. Bunch of springs. Super heavy steel right here. The mower I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna try to list like a few broken motors and see if anybody buys them on Marketplace. If not, straight to the scrapyard. I probably won't list those before though, so let me know what this is typically worth broken. I mean, I'm thinking maybe 20 to 50 bucks I could probably get for it, but I might be wrong. The kid said this was his favorite lamp. I throw scrap on my property all the time, but then I also clean it up fast. I don't just let it sit. But if I had a big property, I'd let it sit and accumulate a ton and load it with the machine. But because it's all spread out, I'm just throwing it in by hand. More car parts right here. Heavy duty steel. Let's see if this bike works. Yep, brakes work. I guess I can try to list it on Facebook Marketplace. Shield's kind of shattered, but you can just rip it off and you can just see the clear chain. This is a bag of lug nuts. Don't need them. Heavy duty springs. Nope, that sucks. I was really hoping it'd be aluminum because this would probably be worth like 15 bucks, but nope. More like $1. These splicers came from the job, so it's like perfect. I don't have to get my own. I can just use these and clip this wire, but I don't want to clip. There you go. I'm hoarding the wire for now. I need a big pile. More metal. Thing's heavy. This is like stainless steel. I'm gonna just hold on to it for now. Also got like a grinder and a sander. I don't need them, I already have this type of tool, so I'm gonna clip the cord. Man, I'm gonna go get my own. This stuff is junk. No wonder he threw them away. Keep that, junk that. This one cut nicely. Just junk them, screw them. More wire, more junk. This kid said this was his favorite PS3. No more games, kids. Games are bad for you. I never had one when I was a kid. Zip. Whoa! I was thinking about keeping this steel pipe, but yeah, it's steel. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I don't want to have too much junk at my house. We have quite a bit more scrap metal here. I got those for sale. I haven't sold them yet. If I don't sell them anytime soon, I might scrap them. I'm gonna throw this stuff in that I'm not posting up for sure. I literally got scrap everywhere, but I enjoy, you know, unloading, throwing it back in. Yes, it's more work, but if I'm making money, I'd rather do this than work for someone else. This surprisingly has some weight. These trampolines are usually super light, but this one's heavy duty. I can even jump on it. Oh no! Almost missed. Looks like the chickens came back from their walk and they probably tried to go get water, but it looks like the wind closed their coop, so they've been chilling here. I'm gonna go from the other side and they should go inside very easily. Come on girls, let's go inside. Good job. Very good. Look at this worm. They were out here hunting. They ate good, I'm sure. We got 3 eggs, not bad. Every single one laid one. As you guys saw, no money was made today, but I still worked pretty much all day, so that's life. You want to run a business, you're gonna have to work even when you're not making money. Like maintenance, you still gotta do it. cleaning up your own junk, scrapping, you still got to do it. Meeting up with people in network, you still got to do it, and goes on and on. But I'm just gonna wrap it up for this one. I'm gonna go inside, shower, try to get some work lined up for tomorrow. If nothing gets lined up, oh well, at least I tried. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.